Hello, everybody. My name is Bolaji Olaguju. I'm your guest HR mentor. With me today, I have Jessy, who is the Senior HR Manager for Bell Oil and Gas. We'll be discussing key insights into HR. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Very well.
Nice to have you on board.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be asking Jessy five questions around 5 areas, and hopefully we'll be able to get keen insights into those areas. What are the top 2 challenges you are faced with in your role as a senior HR professional?
Principally, getting line management to play their role as people managers, not seeing it as a HR thing, because that's still what happens in a lot of organizations, where the line manager does not understand that the movement upward of any staff that works with them also has a lot to do with them, the line management.
Interesting.
So, getting a line manager to run a performance management program, not appraisal. So that's to say, from the day the staff resumes, is the staff clear on why they're there? Which is supposed to be the role of the line manager, not the role of HR. Yes. So, does the staff understand the place of their role as far as the vision of the company?
Company is concerned. Okay.
Because the staff has to understand that, his role is important to that organization.
For alignment.
Yes. So that the staff looks forward to coming to work, looks forward to contributing to the achievement of the vision of that company. Yes. But where that is missing, you find that the staff, particularly people that we have today, which we call the millennials, they don't look forward to going to work. Yes. Because they really don't understand, why am I here? Sincerely, for me, it's a major, major concern. Because you say to somebody, is there a job description? This staff resumes tomorrow. Do you have the job KPIs? Are the objectives clear? Then the person sits back and says, so sorry. Sorry for what? This guy comes in tomorrow. And we have
not
to...
even prepared.
Yes. And we have to set the tone.
So
from
what you're
day
saying,
one.
Exactly. What you're saying is performance becomes a problem from day one.
From day one, where this staff is not clear on why they're in the company.
And then the organization starts to struggle with it going forward. Interesting.
Yes.
What's your number 2 major challenge?
My number 2 challenge is where there is no alignment between where the company is headed and where the individuals are headed, which is because we haven't taken time to get people to align their personal goals with the goals of the company. So it becomes an issue. Again, I take it back to line management, because it's not the HR manager's job. Yes, the HR manager will live and model what the company believes in. But it's also part of the job of everybody in leadership to help every other staff understand this is where the company is headed. There needs to be an alignment with your personal goals with where the company is headed. Yes. So we don't have frictions. So you give it your best, because as you are achieving the corporate goals, you are also achieving your individual goals. Yes.
Which is important.
Those are my...
And that's what creates loyalty.
Yes, to the organization.
Interesting. So how have you solved these problems? This issue of getting line managers.
What I have done a lot of time is coaching. So I say to my colleagues, when we have sessions, we need to all have these as part of our KPIs. We need to all understand that this is part of our deliverable. It's not enough to say that I'm a good salesperson, I'm a good engineer, I'm a good procurement person. Fine. Then how do you get people that work with you to be able to deliver what this organization wants?
Interesting.
It's no longer when you were running it alone. Now you have a group of people that work with you. So you have to get them to see what the company is seeing. You have to get them to align themselves with where the company is headed. Then it becomes an easier thing for the human resource people to manage. Yes.
You've talked so much about line managers' responsibility, and I agree with you. So, but with respect to senior HR professionals, what are the top 2 values that you believe HR professional can and should ideally add to their organizations?
For me, the HR professional must understand the business, must understand what the company is set up to achieve and run with it, and help the dreamers, the visionaries, yes, to get to where the company is headed. Like we also say, we are no longer tactical, we are now at the table. So if there's a new product line coming in, the HR person needs to understand it so that you understand the kind of person that will be able to do the job. So if the line manager is saying, I need A, B, C, D, E, it's not coming to you as news because you understand this is where the business is headed. To be able to achieve that business, we need this group of people.
Number 2?
Number 2, the HR professional must model the brand. Yes, who are we? By the time anybody walks into that company, most time the first person they meet is somebody from the human resources. Absolutely. Who welcomes them into the company. Yes. So right from that first meeting, the person should have an idea of what's in it for them in this company.
So they should be a poster child.
Yes.
Of your values.
Of the values of what this company, yes. And then the HR person should help drive it. Get everybody in the organization to understand it.
And role model it.
And role model it.
Interesting.
Yes.
As a senior HR professional, okay, to your peers, out there, senior HR professionals, head of HR, what 3 career shaping or career transforming advice do you have for them?
I think it still just goes back to the things I have spoken about, which is 1, understand the business, understand what your organization does. Try to coach the line managers to share the corporate values, to share the corporate culture, to understand what it takes to get the best out of members of their team. You have to work with line managers to be able to get that done. Then also work with the top leadership of the company to model, that is to say, practice what you preach. Be the culture embedded. Live what this company believes in. That is, HR manager needs to be a good negotiator. So you need to be able to know how to approach the top, people at your level, and people below. Yes.
So you have to be able to relate across the value chain. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So this time around, what about your advice to the upcoming, junior or aspiring HR professionals?
For me, I would say to them, you have to be a sponge. Learn as much as you can. Understand as much as you can. Understand your business, understand the company. Do not be content, say, I know this. No, things are changing, so you have to continually learn. Yes. Do not stop learning. Do not stop asking questions. Have a good relationship with leadership so that at any point in time you can get a place at the table, because if you don't, you will not. Like somebody will say, hey, what was that HR person saying? But if leadership understands that you know what you are talking about, that you understand where the company is headed,
they'll be willing to embrace you.
Yes.
They'll give you the opportunity, the platform
to be able to contribute. Yes.
Interesting. So assuming you have the opportunity to sit across Dave Ulrich or any of the leading thought leaders in the area of human resource professional, what 2 questions will you ask to gain insight into how to take your career to the next level?
How do you get CEOs? to actually leave the corporate culture. Because it's one thing to have it written down and hanging all over the organization, but it's another thing to actually live it. Another thing I will ask them is, how do you get them to invest in people development? How do you get them to stop relegating people development? Because you find that when there's a downturn in the company resources, the first thing that gets yanked out is L&D. What you will hear is it required to do the job? If your answer is no, it's not necessary.
Interesting.
So you will find that the leadership will only sponsor L&D programs that have to do with the bottom line. But forgetting that you need to, when they say sharpen the saw, you can't just keep hewing without getting sharpened.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
So those are the two questions, because honestly, those are my major challenges. Yes.
Wow.
Once the leadership, particularly the CEOs, drive these two things, I believe that the company will outlive its owners.
Its owners.
Yes.
Interesting, interesting. Wow, that's deep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing from your wealth of experience and exposure. We appreciate significantly.
Thank you.
To the audience, it's been an amazing time sharing with her, learning from her. I took a lot, I was taking notes as you were speaking, basically. And for me, the issue you emphasize about coaching line managers, I think is powerful, because to assume that they know what to do and then to leave them with it will be fatal, to the future of any organization. So I've taken away so many things, and I'm sure we'll be calling you back to come and share your wealth of experience with us sometimes in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Nice having you. Thank you.
you.
Bye.